We have an incredible number of bright, capable, intelligent people in the university thinking about problems, but not as many out there solving the problems with the people who actually have to solve problems. So when people say town and gown, what they're really talking about is how can the brains of the university match up with the needs of the community. And so Pracademics is just a shortcut to say this book is about a practitioner and an academic getting together in the spirit of true town and gown relationships. I felt that the legislators were right, that we have a lot of people in the university that are incredibly bright, but we're an isolated place surrounded by a whole community with a lot of problems that smart people have been thinking about. Not that the people who are practitioners aren't smart, it's just sometimes when you read about things, you get 10 different examples from around the country of how people are working on particular concerns. And I believe collectively that if we started to move more and more towards the community and the community moved more and more towards us, that we could actually make our place, our town, a better place to live by solving, managing, and preventing practical problems. There are solutions to a lot of our problems, and it doesn't take rocket science to do it. It just takes putting people together.
When Dr. Bob Weinberg came into my life and just mentored me and showed me some things that I never understood how other aspects of the community worked, and all the things that could be positive, but also all the things that could be negative. One of the things that we talk about in this book is black ice. And I think everyone understands black ice is there, but you can't see it. And just because you don't see something doesn't mean that it can't be dangerous to you.
A town-gown relationship is not an arranged marriage. You just can't have administrators at either level of organization saying, let's get the university to do X, or let's get the community to do Y. It's got to be the people who say, let's date for a while before we can have X, Y happen.
It's almost like holding someone's hand to say, let's walk through this together. And until we partner, until we come together, we unlock so many potential and so many resources to help so many individuals. And when we say helping, now it's mutual. A lot of the university gets helped by understanding the cutting edge teaching and knowledge that they could pass on to the next generation. But also the community get help by getting a lot of the latest research in education and resources, how they could bring that in to help the community. So we can identify problems, we can solve those problems once identified, but we also understand that it's positive on both sides of the goal.
This was a labor of love. This was the most fun that I have ever had as an academic in my entire life. It was so reality-based, it was scholarly-based, it was solution-oriented. There was nothing more fun than I've had in my entire academic career in terms of leaving the university and coming out to the community. The second part of what has been so much fun is to watch Odell and have a hand in helping Odell now come to the university. He knows this stuff both academically and practically better than our faculty knows it. What more could a human being that devotes his life to teaching and trying to make some tiny bit of change on the planet ask for?
A lot of times when you find out the students, if they don't understand what social work or this field is all about, they come out with some preconceived ideas. And what I give them is a dose of reality and give them some case studies on how this has worked, how that has worked, what has happened to me, all of my successes, but also all of my failures and all of my lessons learned.
Town and Gown is a marvelous marriage. It's not an arranged marriage. It's a long courtship. But when the marriage happens, great things happen.
Welfare Reform Liaison Project has been blessed to be associated with the university. And I feel that the university has been blessed to be associated with Welfare Reform Liaison Project. As one thumb through the pages of the book, it's going to be aha moments. And what I mean by that is going to be like, wow, I never thought about that. Wow, did that really happen? The good thing about it is that individuals get to argue the points. They get to challenge our thoughts on paper. We get to learn from each other when we sit and talk and communicate with each other. And all this book is just a way that we choose to communicate with each other about something we all love and care about: community, common unity. Once we can teach these things in the classroom to the next generation, then we can make an impact for the whole communities around the country and possibly different parts of the world.
It took us a lot of years for us to get it down that I would do the things that I could do well, he would do the things that he could do well. We would trust that by putting together, we would have something better than my individual effort and his individual effort. Becoming human beings with each other eventually led to us not seeing each other as an academic or as a practitioner, but just trusting each other for each other's strengths and being able to call each other on each other's weaknesses because we were friends. That's the basis of Pracademics. It'll never work unless practitioners and academics become friends.